Hi guys, welcome to today's distanced reading. It is a request, so I did put it in the title and we're going to begin. I've been taking it easy on the channel. If you guys notice, like there's a longer distance between times with videos because of my hip. It's extremely painful whenever I sit down. So I'm just kind of taking my time relaxing it and not really pushing too hard. Welcome back to the channel. It is your beloved Ari. We are going to get started with 3 oracle cards which tell the story of distance. And if you're struggling with distance right now, my heart is with you. We're going to get some great advice. We're going to look at the components, and it is a classic past, present, future. This is the first request, and I'm taking requests all day long. I do have a singles reading for those of you that would like advice on where this will happen and who you will meet, which is coming up. And it is predictive, that singles reading. Okay, for distance, please. Saged in the kitchen. Happy April Fool's Day. Make sure you do your pranks live and in charge. Welcome back to the channel. That first one was in my hand, so I'm going to take it, okay? And then we'll carefully put it there. What are the factors and what is Libra feeling during distanced love? Thank you. Doesn't want to go back in. You have the 555 card of change. Hot air balloon. I will glance at the bottom of the deck. You do have a hermit-like energy with a boat. So this tells me that there's some type of waiting room, okay, from change to the hermit card. The hermit is here by the lake. We see some water that are mirroring. So there could be 2 souls mirroring each other, but there's change on the way with the hot air balloon. And we will look at that with tarot. We have a first mystery 1-2 there that we don't know yet. What is Libra feeling? The collective of Libra heading into the full moon in Libra on April 12th and 13th. Thank you. Okay, so it says here, you're headed toward love. You cannot make it up when it does that. You're headed straight toward the love of your life, or this person will be with you for ages, okay? First of all, I get resonances of the type of love that you would see at the cinema. Some of you are very hopeful for that, so I don't want to give too much of a perceptive look. In distance, though, there could be somebody thinking of you with this flower card. It's opening up a doorway, okay? You'll see a lot of cards that have portal energy or it's door energy where it's inviting you in on something. Pay attention when readers show you cards of portals too, okay? One of the thing is, in distance, they could definitely have a garden that's super physical in the photo, but this is also talking about innate love, which you deserve. Some of you are walking right into that. We will find out also in distance how they are thinking of you, okay? So we're going to touch on the what, where, and how. The first mystery card, we'll unveil this a little later, make it a surprise for distance. So there's change here. This person could be really hiding the fact that they love you. Someone may have not reached out yet. And if you notice in the flower petals, they are shaped like hearts too in this peach flower. It comes off like adoration. This could be a water sign because that's the second card right by the ocean and lakes. We will check out that portal energy right now. My 2 eyebrows are kind of going inward on each other, so we'll check that. The distance reading for Libra, let's get the first couple cards out. Distance, you have strength, and it's coming in sideways. We'll discuss it in the sideways format today. Okay, distance, please, for Libra. Knight of Wands, also sideways. We're going to discuss all the cards the way that they're delivered, okay? Distance, upright, 4 of Pentacles. So when you were shown that doorway, somebody is holding back or holding on here, and they could be Capricorn. They don't have to be. It's just telling you the property of the card. It's telling you all of the elements of security, stability, and somebody holding on, because it's a transfixed kind of like embrace, right? They could be holding on to the idea of love, particularly with you and nobody else. That's one way you could read it. They could view you as security, or maybe you have something that this person is yet to accomplish in life. Maybe they don't have the security that you do. They could be younger. And the 4 is about stability in the 4 of Pentacles. This person can see forever with you in distance. I am sensing a challenge already. Okay, and I'll tell you in a bit because of my surrounding cards. They do want to come in. The Knight of Wands sideways is the inability to travel fast, because in the upright, super, super speedy. Can come in, can buy a plane ticket, can also move their arse to travel to you. But in the sideways, it's saying that there's an infiltration of that speed. So we'll put that there. If you notice, two of your cards have symbolism. They have horses. The change card, which is not tarot, and this one are telling you about the speed traditionally of horses. This person might need to take initiative and push for travel, okay? That's what distance is implying, because if they don't take the steps to travel to you, you do become somebody else's security in the Four of Pentacles, okay? Someone else will be able to tell you things. This person will be a part of the past. They might have already planned travel in the recent memory too, okay? And 555 is just about to come up on the docket. You had the Strength card sideways, which means this person is not utilizing courage to come toward you. They could view you as the upright version of this card, but when they came in sideways and I asked for your person, their feelings immediately emitted that they are needing courage. When it's in the sideways, it's not using the full power of the arcana. Okay, so we'll look at that. That was their initial feelings. What is this initial travel in the past, or the planned travel with the Knight of Wands? Why did they say they wanted to come in? You have the King of Pentacles. It was also on its sideways. These cards are slippery, so they might impose their position sideways, but I'm going to read it in the upright if you don't mind, Libra. The King of Pentacles talks about somebody who has the resources. Sometimes they could be very rich. Sometimes they could be very rich in using those utilities to travel. So what I see here is that they could be earth too. You got earth here, fire, Strength card is fire with Leo. So those are the placements of your possible person. I'm also sensing for some of you, a fellow Libra, okay? And we'll just let this call pass here. It's a spam caller. Happy April Fool's. King of Pentacles. Thank you. It's a business line, so I'm sorry, you guys. Okay. Very live. So the King of Pentacles is talking about someone who could have used their resources. Maybe they did buy a plane ticket to come visit you. There could have been plans here. Tell me more about this story. Emperor. Yeah, definitely somebody who wanted to set the control or to put control in their hands is what I'm getting. Very well off, or could have been. Maybe the story has changed there too. This emperor wanted to visit you, okay? Some of you experienced that visit as well. There were plans that were taken. Six of Wands, Leo. Doubled up on Leo here, doubled up on Capricorn and Virgo. Oh, Taurus is King of Pentacles. Excuse me. So they took charge. They felt like this would be successful. Six of Wands is like wanting it all with you. If you look in the Six of Wands too, the after tarot presents that both of them met. Okay, so I think this person did see you at the time, Libra female. You could have had brown hair. Maybe now it is a different color, or this is your current hair color. Just a detail I'm catching because I zoomed in on the girl. Six of Wands, clarify that. Queen of Wands, interesting. They could still be very attracted to you. Queen of Wands is a very attractive female, very beautiful. Three of Wands. They still think they can come and see you. Three of Wands in distance is, I still want to fix it. I'm also waiting for Libra's ships to come in. What are the details on their Three of Wands? So that's picking up a little bit of yesterday's general readings. Four of Wands. We have a gathering. I think this person, they could have a 4 in their birthday, Libra, or a 6. This Emperor wanted to establish meeting you at your home. Again, I'm sensing that plans were made there. What happened? Maybe they become a King of Swords. I have at the bottom of the deck. And I won't pass through that card. Just keep it in mind for this little class and discussion. What happened with this person for the Libra collective? What is the neutral energy for this collective? What happened with their counterpart? It could definitely be a Libra or a Gemini. Gemini for me is the King of Swords. Libra is the Queen of Swords for me as a reader. And could definitely be a Libra I got Leo, Libra, Aries, and the Four of Wands. I don't know if they got angry about something. It seems here that they want to tell you the truth of their feelings. Could be an emperor, a father. The emperor is also a business owner, okay? 2, your Queen of Wands in the reading. They still do want to travel toward you, Libra. There's still a lot of attraction here. And I don't think this person has completely let go, because when you have the Four of Pentacles in any part of the reading, whether it's beginning, middle, there's something here that they're still holding on to, okay? Whether it's a fun fact about you, whether it's details, whether they need to get something across for it to finally be off their chest, okay? Alonzo family, you just came in this reading and your tag is 4897. I just saw you in this reading. Good morning. And some of you are still trickling in. The names pop up just to tell you guys. I call it a glide when all of them show up, but it goes so fast. The notifications just show me a few names. What is their argument in the Queen of Swords? Distanced, and why maybe Libra's created distance? Page of Swords. They're watching to see what becomes out of this situation. There could have been canceled plans. They're watching you, Page of Swords, and they believe that they're going to fall on information. I do feel that, because if somebody profusely keeps doing this card, they're expecting almost information out of it. That's why I told you guys yesterday in the videos to keep protecting your energy. Okay? 2 cards, the Lovers and the Star. Cards of yesterday, I expect some things to change here. I think the Lovers might become something else, like another descriptor. That's 6. You have a lot of 6s in the reading. 6, 6. This person would like to balance it out once they find out more information. They think right now you're going through healing, faith, and hope, or maybe some of you are being recognized at work or in public. Some of you are public figures. I know a lot of you that have big time things going on right now. A lot of you are public figures, so I do need to mention that, because, I mean, Libras do. They're usually... there is a natural star element with the sign, okay? So I do know that a lot of you are receiving your handiwork there, or people want to give you your props. I think something about this was long time coming for you, and this person is watching. Page of Swords. Clarify the Page of Swords in the distance reading. What is the likely behavior? Magician, this person is manifesting you. I'd call their cards today Queen of Swords, the Magician, because we already know that this is a property that they keep doing reading after reading. And the Page of Swords is studying too, okay? So if you don't want to take it in observation today, also if you look closely, the Libra sign is in the sword. You know, the little emblem that they draw on the zodiacs. So I thought that was interesting. I saw that the other day. It's just the shape of the sword. They're manifesting a type of outcome, though it's very specific from the portal to change. And maybe they'd like to come forward with some type of apologetic move, or they're watching to see if you're in another soulmate relationship. That's also another story I'm getting, because this seems like it's separate and they're watching the Lovers card. Distance. Do you have another partner here that you recently met? Because some of you are showing up as the Queen of Wands and the Star. That's what tells me that. Did Libra meet somebody? Thank you. 9 of Swords. Looks like the majority is single. It's a worry card and anxiety. That's also your Swords energy. And it's not this person. There's like concern for the future is how I'll read the 9 of Swords. I think that's concern if things are going to fall in place or be on your timeline correctly. I wouldn't worry about that too much, because we are always led by our higher self to make the decisions that are not brash. They are best for us. So just say that if you are worried or if you get worried. Because I notice if you watch a lot of readers, you over worry yourself. Always choose the highest decision, because you got here for a reason. You healed yourself for a particular reason in the Star card. So I think that's important. I think a lot of you need to remember that you're never going to choose something too brash or irrational. Keep going on the path that led you here initially. And that's my best advice as a friend to you, not a reader. So the Page of Swords, the Lovers, show me the connection here, because that's talking about the relationship also with the Three of Wands. Thank you. Eight of Cups sideways. So that is the last card until we see the King of Wands. This person too could be very attractive. If they're distant, they're like equally as attractive. Okay, I think that maybe there's some insecurities there heading your way, but they need to also work on that. I think they do know that they're full of desire too, and they might have a physical thing to offer you with this distance person. So the Eight of Cups, which is crossing the Page of Swords and the Lovers, it talks about somebody who does not want to walk away. Because in the upright, they already did. They have planned it or they already did it. Sideways means there's a conflict of interest. They don't want to walk away, at least from your energy. Ten of Cups. They view you as happiness, or they could view you as very happy right now. Maybe some of you are doing April Fool's pranks today. Let's see here, just making a joke. What is the King of Wands doing? Their likely actions is to not walk away. Sideways, Eight of Cups, Six of Swords. Reaching out to a Libra is what I picked up on and I heard. Reaching out to a Libra. This King of Wands wants to heal a specific thing with you, and they may have said something in the past that was not so nice. Okay, I'm immediately getting that. It's like they might be attractive, sure, and they could be sweet, but I also think that they spoke out of their butt. I think somebody didn't tell you maybe the best sentence of their life. I think it came out as word vomit via the movie Mean Girls, because they say that term and it comes off that way, like word vomit. I think some of you walked away from this person permanently, so don't take the reading so vehement. For those of you that are still in this, I think that they want to heal something. Six of Swords, and that was in the upright fashion with the oarsman. And that's Aquarius energy. They could be Aquarian. Yeah, and you know what? It comes off like I'm turning back around to right my wrong, excuse me. Six of Swords. And the final card of their action, the Devil. This person, I didn't feel it too great. They might be obsessed with your healing energy, because the property of this card talks about a healer, and it talks about somebody who does know where to go to heal. That could definitely be you. I think they appreciate how you've healed yourself. And this person is kind of toxic information that we're getting. It comes off lusty. It comes off like they still would like to do this, whatever this is. Ace of Pentacles. It seems like just because of maybe a lot of you, maybe just because of how you look, you know, again, they view you as the Ten of Cups. So it could be very enticing just to be around the star, which I think you are in the reading. They might even think you are the star card's properties as well, because both of these together is a healer. Both of them are. Okay. Clarify the Devil for the future actions. That's Capricorn. And you have the High Priestess to the Two of Wands. You could have been dealing with an Aries or water signs. They think you have other options in distance. And they also think that you're moving towards the gentleman here. Do you see how they're talking in the Two of Wands? And it's a choice. Choice, perception, seeing the land before you, seeing the opportunities before you. Seven of Cups. This person thinks that they are, they might be spiritual too, like your person in distance. They might be awakened. Some of them could practice or have learned tarot from you. And it's saying here, or maybe you introduce them to the spiritual arts. They're saying here that they think they sense you with the High Priestess. That's their cards. Clarify the High Priestess. Distance was pretty long today. Sorry, you guys. I didn't mean for it to be this long. High Priestess to Capricorn. What are they thinking there? Or they want to come toward a High Priestess, which is another explanation. Three of Swords, the Seven of Swords. I don't like that. I don't like this combo. I never have. And we're getting a lot of these physical meetup. Three of Cups, Cancer, and Venus next to the Knight of Pentacles. They're definitely watching because they're claiming that you hurt them in the Three of Swords. Okay? And they're watching almost like how you evolve into your new chapter because they still think there's hope for the Three of Cups. There's still hope for them to meet up with you in the future, to arrange plans as the Three of Cups, to celebrate with you. Okay. King of Wands intentions overall with the remaining cards. Two of Pentacles. This person is very busy. When it ends up being a minor arcana, they're not going to make big moves, or this person hasn't changed. It's a very, very small arcana. Excuse me, guys, for my voice. I might have to take a little bit of a vocal break for a little bit. Two of Cups, Page of Cups. Very little. It can be breadcrumby. This person might want to apologize. Some of you are going to be, it's almost like you're forced to hear them out. You might. Just be careful with that, the Two of Cups. They could talk about how you make them feel from the Page of Cups to the Two. They might miss you even with that combo. But this speaks of somebody who doesn't know what they want. It's uncertainty. They keep juggling. They don't know yet what they want. And personally, this is the kind of person I wouldn't wait for. So the beginning oracles, I just want to go back to it. This could be talking of a change of direction to a new love. All right? That's why you're getting the change card at the very beginning, because it's trying to show you another option, which could be much, much healthier. I talk about this because I stress it on the channel, because there is such a thing as deserving high vibrational love. If you are evolved and you've done the work, which the reading says you did, you deserve that. And that's why change is at the beginning of the reading. Dance with these ideas today. Think about it, because the Three of Cups is also very broad. It could be bringing you to a new Three of Cups moment with a new love. Okay? Cancer and Venus, they could be water incoming. You may have dealt with Sag in the past. There was another Libra here in the Three of Swords. Leo, Gemini. The Devil is Capricorn. There could also have been a Pisces, or the High Priestess was you in this reading. Thank you guys, and happy April 1st. I will be back with that singles advice reading coming up in a few hours.